Alright, in the last video we figured out how to find the x-intercept. And x-intercept is when y is equal to 0. So basically we drew a line right here at y equal to 0, and we found out what the x value over there is. Okay, so what did we know? We knew, or we kind of knew to look for when y is equal to 0. The height is 0 meters, and we were looking at x. In this part B over here, what they're asking us is they're asking determine after how many seconds to the nearest tenth the football is 10 meters above from ground. So if this is the height that's going up, remember the highest point we know it's about 12.25. We found our maximum height. What they're wondering is when does the ball reach the height of about 10 meters? So the ball's going to go, as it starts from the certain height, it goes up and reaches 10 meters over here, and then reaches a maximum height, and on the descent, on the way down, it also reaches a height of 10 meters. So I'm interested in what time. So I'm interested in the x points of this one and this one. So how can I find that? Well, what do we know? We know that y is equal to 10. How do we put that in our calculator? Well, the same way we put y equal to 0. So we're going to go in our calculator, and where we put in y equal to 10 or 0, we're going to go, no, we're looking for y being equal to 10 now. So what are we asking the calculator to do is, we're asking it to make a line now at y equal to 10. And now we're interested in these two intersection points, because at these 2 points, y will be exactly 10, but we will figure out what those x's will be. So we end up again using the intersection points. So if you take a look at the graph, you'll see the line coming up at those 2 points. So I'm interested in the intersection points with this line, and there will be 2 points here. So we're going to have to do this twice. So we're going to go second trace, and we're going to go intersection, and I'm going to move my cursor so it's close to that first intersection point, as close as I can get. Doesn't have to be exactly on top, and enter 3 times. It tells me that the first intersection point to the nearest tenth, so this one over here, is 0.8 seconds. And then I'm going to repeat that process, and then again go option number 5, move the cursor to the second or close to the second intersection point, and enter there 3 times. 3 times. So do that slowly, don't do it too fast, otherwise you won't get the right answer. And that one comes out to be rounded to the 10th is 2.2 seconds. So at both these times, you'll notice that the height is 10. So when did we reach that height of 10 meters? Well, we reached at 2 different points, when x was at 0.8 seconds and when x was at 2.2 seconds. Remember, it only took 3 point some seconds for it to come back and hit the ground. So it will happen pretty fast. So those are the 2 points when the ball will hit the height of 10 meters. So what did we know in this one? In this one, we were given a y value, and we were looking for x. Okay? But what happens if they give us the x value? And that's what this one over here is doing. So this particular question over here, part 4, they're saying what is the height of the football after 0.5 seconds after contact. So what they want us to find out is when x is at 0.5 seconds, what is the height? Okay? And this is the same idea as we use in the y-intercept, because we know what the x is and we're looking for the y. We know what the x is and we're looking for the y. So whenever x is given, you go second trace, number 1, and you put in the value of x you know. So it's the same functions that we use for x and y-intercept, but instead of putting zeros in, we're using other numbers. So when x is 0.5, y, or the height, is 7.25 meters. So the height gets to a point of 7.25 seconds. So that means right about here, when they got about only 0.5 seconds after it was kicked, it got to a height of 7.25 meters. Okay, so main 3 things are y-intercept, max, and x-intercepts. Okay, but then these are a little bit of little modifications to these same ideas. So y-intercept is when x is equal to 0. So they can give you some other x, so you can find that y with the same function. Or if you're looking for the x-intercept, when you put y equal to 0, they can give you another value of y, and you can still find your x points. And that is it for this example.